Hi guys, watch this. This is exactly what happens when you're trying to load a trailer without trailer guides. The wind, the current, your nerves, and suddenly you're landing everywhere else except the trailer you're aiming for. If you've ever had a ramp moment like this, today's video is the fix. We installed new trailer guides, replaced our winch strap, mounted a working spare tire, and added a VIN plate so we can finally get inspected and plated here in Hawaii. We didn't finish every upgrade on our list, but these four made the biggest difference right away. Links to everything we used are in the description. Now let's get this trailer ramp ready.
Am I on?
Rolling.
Yeah, so the project today is to fix the trailer guide, which you can see this one has just quit. It lived a good life, but like so many things, the saltwater had its way and it rusted out and just quit, just fell over. Thankfully, we have some brand new ones to put on, which are not just we want not with galvanized this time, we want stainless steel, so we're going to install those this morning. All right, 15 millimeter box wrench. So take this off. Luckily, this is a ratcheting box wrench. Makes it just a little bit easier because this thing is not making it easy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound easy.
I'm going to do one more thing, which is to wire brush off some of the rust that's on the trailer, and I'll wipe it clean with a little bit of acetone and then throw a little bit of cold galvanizing spray on the bare areas just to slow down the rust. Okay, so now we're going to put the new mounts for the trailer guides on. This is going to mount on the top. This bracket goes here, and then these two U-bolts will bolt in place from the underside and hold it in place. The goal of these is to mount it as close to the hull as possible.
What is it made out of?
Oh,
Aluminum, right?
no, this one is made from stainless steel.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're going to see how that works out. Hopefully less rust.
So, gotta go to the hardware store?
Yeah, it sucks too because one of the big sales pitches was that these are also stainless.
Oh.
And
Yeah, they don't fit. Okay. It wouldn't be a project if we didn't have to pause and go get the right stuff. The right stuff.
so when we initially tried to install these and we ordered the new trailer guides, they arrived with some U-bolts that were just a little bit too short. This is a particularly thick, hefty trailer, I think, to support the weight of a boat this size. So generally, if you have a bigger trailer, make sure that the trailer guides you purchase have hardware that is big enough for the frame of your trailer. Because in this case, it didn't come with hardware big enough, so we had to go get some, which was an extra cost for us. So now we have them, and now we can install.
And what are they made out of?
So fortunately, but unfortunately, these are steel bolts, but these are coated in zinc, which is nowhere near as rust resistant as stainless steel. But the zinc will be stronger, the steel will be stronger. So what we'll do is once we get these in place, we'll cover them with some spray galvanized just to enhance the preventativeness, the rust preventativeness. I don't know. We'll just try to make them last a little bit longer before we have to replace them. When somebody looks at our trailer and has a boat this size on it, they say, wow, that's a big boat for a tandem axle trailer or a two axle trailer. And that's when I invite them to look at just how well built this trailer is, how thick the beams are on it. This thing is designed to handle a ton of weight. If these beams were the smaller size that you see on a normal trailer and the axles weren't as built for as much weight as they are, and look at the size of these wheels. This is a heavy duty trailer that is incredibly well built and can sustain the weight of this boat without any problem. Oh, got bloodshed.
The boat demands a sacrifice.
the boat and the trailer demand a sacrifice. So here's something important: when you're putting these trailer guides on, they'll tell you to put it as close to the rail to put the guide as close to the rail as possible. It shouldn't be smushed up against it really hard, but it should be pretty snug. So I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put the PVC tube on there. And slide it all the way down. And then if you'll see up here, when it's in place, it should be right up against there, because you want as long as your boat is sitting in the right spot on the trailer when you install these, this is how you know it's in the right spot. And so now I'm just going to tighten it up where it is.
What's that tool called that extends?
It is one of the greatest ratchets ever, made by Husky. We are not endorsed by Husky, but Husky, you can endorse us, please, or no, affiliate us. But, yeah, this thing, I love the way it extends. It gives you that extra torque you need sometimes.
Yeah. What's that tool called?
A ratchet.
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 Ratchet. I like saying that word.
Yeah.
Maybe because it can be an insult too.
Yeah, that was on one of those reality shows we watched where that was something you called somebody to offend them.
It was a hot mess.
Yeah. So this trailer guide is all installed. Well, the finishing touch is that we're going to put this cap on top to make sure that the rainwater doesn't get down inside of here. And other than that, I mean, we're going to give this thing a pretty good tug, because you want to imagine your boat running into this thing, bouncing off of it as you're trying to get it on the trailer. We all know that the boat ramp is typically chaotic. So you want to know that this thing is strong enough that this can guide your boat into place on the trailer and you won't end up on the qualified captain. So like I said, with this upright part here, this comes with a cap. This cap is made from PVC. The whole thing is, so you can just use regular PVC glue that you can get at almost any hardware store. I'm going to glue this cap on here so it doesn't come off. And then I have some 3M reflective red tape that I'm going to put on here just to make it more visible. I don't think there's any really good reason other than it just adds to the visibility and the reflectiveness.
What kind of glue are you going to use?
I'm going to use PVC cement. Um, like I said, you can get it at any hardware store. If you go to the plumbing section, there's a variety of them, but just make sure it's for, if it's white colored like this, it's generally PVC. If it's got kind of a yellowish color to it, that might be CPVC, and that's a different adhesive. So get the right one. And this is the cold galvanizing compound. Comes in a spray can. This particular product is pretty good, and you'll see that it has superior corrosion resistance. So I took this spray and I just applied some to the outside of the Arty zinc coated U-bolts, so it will provide more corrosion protection. And then up top we applied the red reflective tape to the ends, which makes sure that we don't miss them. So the state of Hawaii requires that trailers have a license plate on them, and the only way you can get a license plate is to pass a safety check. And you can't pass the safety check unless your trailer has a VIN stamped permanently somewhere on the trailer. So I'm going to show you the new VIN plate that I had to put on this trailer. It was a company online who made this trailer for me. I provided them the information, and you can see here, it's got the VIN, the make, the model, and maybe that's a little bit better. You can see it's got the VIN, the make, the model, the year, and gross vehicle weight rating. So this will hopefully help pass the safety inspection. Other trailer improvements we made are this spare tire mount, stainless steel. And also got a brand new spare tire for the trailer because the old one was wrecked. It had no air left in it because the valve stem was missing, and it was also just sort of bolted onto the split part of the trailer, and it was in the way for putting the boat on. So there's one new tire and a refinished galvanizing job on the rim. Also for the trailer, we got a new strap on here. We took the old strap off, took a hammer and a chisel to get all the rust cookies out of there, and then greased everything. So hopefully this thing, we'll get a couple more years out of it. It's important that you get the strap that is of the same capacity as your winch. So it'd be hard to read on camera, but you can see that this winch is capacity is 3,200 pounds or 1,452 kilograms. And so the strap should match the weight rating of the winch.
All right, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Quick note before you go, this video is sponsored by Sailor's Locker, which is our very own brand. If you're due for an upgrade, we sell double braided nylon dock blinds in multiple sizes and colors. They also make a great Christmas gift. The link is in the description. Thank you so much and happy holidays.
Hey, if you're still around, thanks for watching. So we want to give you a teaser. We have more trailer work that's going to be done. We're going to bring in the professionals to work on the brake system because the one that's on there is completely shot. So we're going to bring in and have them install electric over hydraulic brakes. They're going to fix up the hubs and the axles. So stay tuned for that.